It was the 92-run partnership that really took the game away from Afghanistan. 92 of 42. Another half-century for Shivam Dube. Now, another of India's white ball greats, short format greats. Yuvraj Singh retired in June 2019. But when these days Yuvraj Singh trends on Twitter, you know that Shivam Dube is back. Well.
It's very true. It's very true. But I think that's the point. That Shivam Dube has always had the ability to hit the ball hard.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it. What he's developed, I think, over the last 3-4 years is as a destroyer of spin and medium pace bowling in the middle.
Yeah.
And if you look at these skill sets again, had the World Cup been in Australia or in England, perhaps it might not have been this important. If your World Cup is in West Indies and USA, then somebody like a Shivam Dube becomes really useful. He's just demonstrating how useful you can be. Because once he goes on a tear, he's something else.
Yep.
Sorry, I think what he's doing is we've been talking about him as, oh, listen, what if Hardik is unfit? I think what he's doing is making sure that even if Hardik is fit, he's on that plane in that World Cup squad.
Yeah.
If you put in performances like this, it's very hard for anyone to drop you.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be a really tough decision for the selectors if they decide to drop him.
Yeah.
But he's doing all that he can, and which is giving the selectors a headache.
Yeah. You know, Hardik Pandya, of course, he's a proven performer, especially in T20s. But given that he's slightly injury prone, the question that India has tried to ask is, what is India's Hardik Pandya insurance policy? Has that question now well and truly been answered in Shivam Dube, especially as far as the next World Cup is concerned?
See, my point is that I don't think in this World Cup that you're going to play, you need a fast bowling all-rounder as much as you need spinning all-rounders.
Yeah.
I think you can get away with spinning all-rounders. What he's actually saying is that he's made a very serious call. Forget about his 2 overs. His 2 overs are useful, but that's not the main thing. He's proved that he can, among those 6-7 batsmen in the consideration set, 8-9 batsmen, he's definitely put his hand up and said, you know, I am somewhere there in the middle order. So, whether it's a Shreyas Iyer, whether it's him, all these people are there in the mix, and not all of them will make it to the plane.
Yep.
What exactly, I'm just to go further on Joy's point, and that's a really good point, because what he's done is he's saying, listen, forget, okay, this is your settled 11 with Hardik coming in. I don't find a spot maybe in the 11. But if Hardik's not fit for whatever reason in a particular game, I walk in. If Rinku's not fit for a particular game, I walk in.
Yeah.
He's saying, forget my bowling then. I'm walking in as a batter.
It seems to be his way of telling the selectors, drop me if you can from the squad. I'm sure,
look,
I don't know if I'll be playing the 11.
But if there's any injury to any of the all-rounders or the middle order batters, he's saying, I'm in. If there's an injury to a bowler, you're going to go in with a person who can bowl, 4 overs and a proper bowler. But if all-rounder, middle order batters, he's saying, I'm in, because he's batting at number 4. He's not even like he's batting at number 6, but he's got the ability to bat at number 6. So what he's doing is he's saying, listen, don't pigeonhole me as just a all-rounder in this 11. I'm willing to do whatever I can or I need to be a part of this team.
And he's getting to bat at number 4 as well, and numbers suggest that is his preferred position. Also from the bowling point of view, Joy, he seems to have come here with an upgraded set of skills, because today he bowls a back of the hand slow delivery, gets a wicket as well. So he seems to have worked a lot on his bowling.
He's definitely worked on his bowling, and some of the people in the Chennai camp are talking about how much he's worked on his bowling. Especially, again, you have to realize he will never be an out-and-out tear-away fast bowler.
Yep.
Also, he doesn't have that ability of short of length ball, which Hardik can do, really disturb you. But what he does is he has a lot of slow ball variations, and if the pitch is slightly slow, he's a pretty handy prospect to bowl. So what he's doing is that instead of trying to suddenly become a Hardik, he's focusing on his strengths. His strength is the slower ball. His strength is the off-cutter. He's doing that on a regular basis, and he's saying, I'll do it my way. And I think that's the important thing. I think he's much more comfortable with his game now, and realizes what his strengths are now than he was maybe 3-4 years back. When he was going, if you remember, when he first came to the IPL, he went for a lot of money. And then, RCB took him and they didn't know what to do with him. But they were trying to do too much, and those were not his strengths. I think now he's discovered what his strengths are, and I think he's doing really well.
It's been a few years since he hit those 5 sixes in that Mumbai T20 league. That's when he really was in the news, and everyone was wondering who this boy from Mumbai is. I suppose he's now sort of settling down at the highest level. He seems to have found his space at the top level.
Look, I said that during that first T20. You got to feel like you belong. And I think now he feels like he belongs. At the international level, after these two games, I think he'll feel like he belongs because he's got, the appreciation of his teammates and the respect of his teammates because he's put in two absolutely wonderful performances. But I just think I'd say at the IPL level and just that, that cusp of international level, I think he feels he belongs at this level. Sometimes as a youngster, you're coming in with a big price tag. There can be a little bit of pressure, not from your teammates, but like Joy keeps saying, a lot of social media pressure. Everyone's talking about, why is he gone for X? Why is he gone for Y? How is someone paid so much? But you've got to remember that the economics of the IPL is such that it's not just one team that thinks you're worth an X amount of money. If it's gone to that amount, it means there will be other parties bidding for you that's taken it up there. So look, I think he just is a lot more comfortable about his own game. He knows his own game better. And again, going back to the point that Joy made, he's not trying to copy anyone now. He's saying, this is what I do. This is what I bring to the table. This is my game. These are my strengths as a batter. These are my strengths as a bowler. And, see that difference. Still, in T20s, still 2020, average 17, now it's gone to 37. Strike rate, 135, 140, not a big difference, but in that 50s. The ability to get once you get off to a start, and going on further to get a 50 shows, you know your game a little bit better.